Applesauce is usually in the fridge on the top shelf. Chair is closest to the counter as you can get it, but without hitting the counter, because we don't, the controllers for the chair can be screwed up if it hits it too hard, so we don't want it up against the counter, but we want it close enough to the counter. On the left side of the counter is pills. It's the Omeprazole is the one in the morning. It's usually 2 scoops of applesauce, 2 small spoonfuls of applesauce. Make sure you shake it up before you use it, else all the liquid just settles on top and it doesn't get through to the bottom. It's usually about 2 spoonfuls into the cup. It doesn't have to be heaping ones, just 2 nice sized scoops. The reason why we use the applesauce is because we have to open the gel capsule. Because it's easier for him to take them that way. We just pour it into the applesauce. Pray to God it doesn't knock over. Then you take the applesauce with a spoon. Take the suction machine, the applesauce, and come back in. Applesauce and put back in there. You usually put the medication there because it's safer there than anywhere else. You put the suction machine in the tray. Depending on how tall you are, you can bring the bed up, or you can leave it bring it up to your height. Then you push head on the remote control, and that's going to bring his head all the way up. Well, halfway up, and then once it gets halfway up, stop, and then you bring it up the rest of the way. You want to make sure the hose is up. You can use the blanket here to keep it in place to a certain point. Straight up the right leg. To straighten out his right leg, all you're going to do is go underneath the blanket, grab right by with his ankle and a little bit below his knee, and all you're going to do is just straighten it out. You're going to grab here and here. You're going to straighten it and slightly move it in just a tad so it's nice and straight. Then you just cover it back up. With his hands, you're just going to grab here on his hand and bring his hand in. Usually you can do it from up here so he stays nice and warm. And then you just straighten out his leg again the same way you did it the first time. Slightly, just bringing it in a little bit and straightening the leg. Then, to give him, the medicine's going to be there, and you're going to be here. So you want the medicine within reach from you. If you're a shorter person, you can have it here, but make sure it's steady, it's safe, so it doesn't get knocked over. The best thing to do is to leave it there and just grab it to give it to him. You're going to pull his head slightly forward, bring your arm behind his head, so right about his ears. Then you're going to take the medication here, and the reason why you do it this way is so you have your free hand on this other side, so you can put the medication there, and then all you're going to do is feed him the medication. And you're just going to put it back. Then you're going to slide your hand out and just keep your hand behind his head so you can keep it sturdy. And you're going to push down on the remote control so the head of the bed goes back down. Usually after it gets to a certain point, I just bring my hand up to the top of his head just to keep his head sturdy. Then the head of the bed's going to come down. Then you're going to grab the suction machine here so he can spit. You're going to put your finger over this little hole that's on here. Just put your finger slightly over the hole. Bring it to him, and so he can spit. Then you're just going to shut off the machine. You're going to bring the machine and the cup here back into the bathroom. Turn on the water, and as you did the same thing when you let him spit, you're going to do the same thing to clean it. Then you just hold up this part so all the water drains into the machine itself. Then for now it's just going to sit there, and you clean off the spoon, just rinse off the spoon. And if you guys need a dish a little bit, you can just rinse off the dish. Rinse off the cup. And just leave it there.